Hello and welcome back as we are in the final week of Trilogy Month. And the final trilogy that I'm going to be covering is the Karate Kid series. A series that I love and adore so much. Because I rewatched this the other night. It's been nearly 3 years since my last watch through of the franchise, and I love it. I love it. It still holds up. It's definitely probably one of my favorite movies from 1984, to say the least. So yeah, I've always been a fan of the first movie. Did not know of the others, part two and part three, um, until I started watching the Cobra Kai series. And then, there was things that were mentioned in that I was like, oh, I haven't seen this. I should probably go and see it. So that's what I did. I think over 3 nights I sat down, I watched part one, I watched part two, and I watched part three. And I fell in love with them. I even watched the next Karate Kid as well. In hopes that her character would have shown up in Cobra Kai. But she's the only one who didn't, unfortunately. But yeah, Cobra Kai just recently wrapped up, and last month or in February, sorry, and then in next month, um, the end of next month, we have another brand new Karate Kid film, Karate Kid Legends, which I'm so hyped for because it's canonizing the 2010 Karate Kid film in the same Karate Kid universe that we know, because we always knew that initially it was just an early remake, with the Jackie Chan one with Jaden Smith, but now it's canon to the Karate Kid timeline, and I fucking love that because that was a head canon of mine of a possibility that the Jackie Chan character from that film could have known Mr. Miyagi or was a relative of the people that Shimbo Sensei, Mr. Miyagi's sensei, married into. And then that's how that interaction happens. But getting back to the Karate Kid itself, this movie is perfect. I don't have any qualms with it. I don't see any issues with it. I love it. Ralph Macchio done fucking amazing in it as Daniel LaRusso. William Zabka obviously done amazing as the villain of Johnny Lawrence. Pat Marina as Miyagi. I absolutely love. This was actually my introduction to Pat Marina, and I actually haven't seen anything of his outside of the four Karate Kid movies. But I love Mr. Miyagi. How can you not love Miyagi in this? It's just so perfect. I especially love the fact that the drunken scene. As a kid, I didn't understand it. I didn't fully grasp what it was and what it was trying to tell, until I became older and realized that, oh, Miyagi lost his wife and child in childbirth. Um, I wasn't until years after even leaving secondary school that I learned of the Japanese internment camps that happened during World War II. Didn't know about it, wasn't even thought about it. Until I didn't even know about it until years and years later. Because that's something that George Takei from Star Trek had to endure. I'm not sure about Pat Marina himself if he had to go through that. I probably should have looked it up before recording this review. But regardless, the music is top tier. The score, it just everything about it is amazing. I absolutely loved it and still do. And even Cobra Kai, I fucking love it. I mean, I love this franchise a lot. Let me just try to, yeah, see, let me just try to get it there. You can see the Cobra Kai poster that I have. Still need to get some of the Cobra Kai's DVDs or Blu-rays on physical media. That is something I should probably work towards. But I love this franchise. I absolutely do. Everything about it You know, especially the fight choreography. You know, I learned that through a bit of research that, you know, William Zabka didn't really know martial arts when he went into this movie, and yet afterwards he continued on with his martial arts training. And the whole reason, you know, we have Cobra Kai in the first place is because of How I Met Your Mother. You know, Barney Stinson's character of saying that William Zabka was the true Karate Kid and that Ralph Macchio wasn't, and then of course both of them appeared in that one episode, and so that's kind of what kickstarted the whole Cobra Kai thing. But this is my favorite movie of 1984. Um, I am not going to say it's my favorite movie of the entire 80s, because I'm pretty sure I definitely would have a lot more films that I'd put on a higher pedestal. But I absolutely love these films. They just, like, it was my cousin who introduced it to me. Either on DVD or VHS, I can't remember which. But just to show how much I love this film, I have it on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray. That's how much I love the first Karate Kid film. Now, the fact that I have it on DVD is kind of a bit of an accident, because I found the 4 movie pack that has, you know, Karate Kids parts 1, 2, and 3, as well as the next Karate Kid. So so I bought that to get those because I'm pretty sure the Karate Kid Part 2 and 3 doesn't have a Blu-ray. If it does, I'll probably have either figured out by the time this gets posted, or someone can correct me regardless. You know, in the comments down below. But that's just how much I love this movie. Never tried to play the NES game, and I don't own any of the original action figures. And I didn't even see. I never watched the Karate Kid cartoon, Saturday morning cartoon, that was released in the 80s or 90s. I forget which. But I should probably look into that. But anyway, that is going to wrap up this review. This is definitely a movie that I think is perfect to near perfect. And on Wednesday, we're actually getting into my personal favorite out of the franchise, and that is the Karate Kid Part 2. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all on the very next upload. I'll see you all on Wednesday.